Hello guys. Today we see British Empire versus Russian Empire. Let's welcome our YouTube channel. Flag, Coat of Arms, Capital. For the British Empire, London. For the Russian Empire, St. Petersburg and Moscow. Born. The British Empire in 1707. The Russian Empire in 1721. Dissolved. 1997 for the British. 1917 for the Russian. Age: 290 years for the British. 196 years for the Russian. Official language: English for the British. Russian for the Russian. Currency name: Pound sterling for the British. Russian ruble for the Russian. Area: the British Empire covered 35.5 million square kilometers, which is 26.5% of the world's land area. The Russian Empire covered 22.8 million square kilometers, 16.9% of the land area. Population: the British had 410 million people, 23% of the world's population. The Russians had 164 million, 10.25% of the world's population. Population density: 11.5 per square kilometer for the British. 7.19 per square kilometer for the Russians. Government: constitutional monarchy and semi-constitutional monarchy for the British. Absolute monarchy for the Russians. Head of the government: monarch and emperor. First leader. For the British, and from 1707 to 1714, a total of 7 years. For the Russians, Peter I from 1721 to 1725, a total of 4 years. Last leader. For the British, Elizabeth II from 1952 to present, totaling more than 70 years. For the Russians, Nicholas II from 1894 to 1917, a total of 23 years. Longest reign: Elizabeth II from 1952 to present, more than 70 years for the British. For the Russians, Catherine II from 1762 to 1796, a total of 34 years. Major religion: Hinduism was dominated by the British Empire, followed by Islam and Christianity. Christianity was dominated by the Russian Empire, followed by Islam. GDP: $680 billion for the British, which was 24% of the world's GDP. $106 billion for the Russians, which was 7.1% of the world's GDP. GDP per capita: $1,658.647 for the British. Income source: trade commodities for the British. Trade of fur and wax for the Russians. Today parts of 65 countries for the British. 20 countries for the Russians. Coastline: 282,231 kilometers for the British. 55,776 kilometers for the Russians. Longest river: the Nile River at 6,650 kilometers for the British. The Yenisei River at 5,539 kilometers for the Russians. Gender ratio: 1,000 per 1,028 for the British. 1,000 per 966 for the Russians. Most followed religion: Hinduism with 220 million for the British. Christianity with 127 million for the Russians. Most spoken language: Hindi with 160 million for the British. Russian language with 120 million for the Russians. Most populated city: London with 8.65 million for the British. St. Petersburg with 1.88 million for the Russians. Largest divisions by area: Canada with 9.98 million square kilometers for the British. Sakha with more than 3 million square kilometers for the Russians. Military comparison: nickname: British Army for the British. Imperial Russian Army for the Russians. Emblem: music. Active: from 1660 to present for the British, an age of 362 years. From 1721 to 1917 for the Russians, an age of 196 years. Active personnel. 4.2 million for the British. 11.5 million for the Russians. Battle tanks. 227 for the British. 27,000 for the Russians. Aircraft. 130 for the British. 80 for the Russians. Aircraft carriers. 19 for the British. 0 for the Russians. Submarine. 230 for the British. 25 for the Russians. Defense budget. $110 billion for the British. $10 billion for the Russians. Victory. 78% for the British. 73% for the Russians. Defeat. 14% for the British. 12% for the Russians. Inconclusive. 8% for the British. 15% for the Russians. Top allies. For the British, Soviet Union, United States, France, and etc. For the Russians, France, United Kingdom, Serbia, and etc. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.